This is Stan Matthews. Welcome to the Matthews broadcast here on GEMS TV and radio, streaming worldwide at www.gemsradio.net. Welcome to the greatest audience in the world, to the alignment, upliftment, empowerment, enrichment broadcast on this June the 28th, Wednesday. We are here at GEMS TV and radio studios, streaming television, eating the lunch of big cable. Big cable is on the run because of Netflix, Hulu, and yes, GEMS TV and radio. So we are on the move. We are growing. We are getting bigger all the time. And we've got big cable on the run because we provide alignment, empowerment, upliftment, and enrichment. I'm here with my co-host Lisa Thompson, and also we have special guests on this evening for you. We've got a great show in store, so stay right where you are. We are being inspired and uplifted by our image doctor Cornelius Hill, doing his thing after coming back from a little bit of health stuff, and also some graduations. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
One more thing.
Okay, back in the broadcast. This is the Matthews broadcast. And as I said earlier, we want to welcome our special guest in the house this evening. Glad to see Brother Cornelius back with us. I often say health is wealth.
Yeah. Yes.
When you don't have it, you realize you could have all the money in the world if you're on your back.
That's true.
It doesn't make a bit of difference. So always happy to be with my brother. The first thing that we always do is begin in a place of gratitude. Gratitude for what? Gratitude for those who support this broadcast and have made it what it is, a destination for business owners to connect with the community so that they can get the community support they need to succeed. Among those that we are most appreciative of are personal friends that tune in. Mr. Vernon Bradbury from the Newark Bike Police Captain. Miss Allison Skeet from the Distinguished Women of Guyana, the place of my birth. Mr. Joseph Peterson. Joe Pete is a retired educator, principal several times over at different institutions. Mr. Vinnie Jackson, the Attorney General's Office of Philadelphia, PA. Mr. Greg Jones out of Willingboro, New Jersey, our mortgage guy. And Sarah Cepeda, our empowerment queen in Cherry Hill. My cousin, Dennis Andrews, in Pennsylvania now, removed from Jacksonville, Florida. I don't know about that one. Mr. Shaka Andrews in Miami. Leslie Andrews in Honolulu, Hawaii. Charlene St. Clair in Richmond, Virginia. Pinky Andrews in Hampton, Virginia. And Harry and Anna Staley in Charleston, South Carolina. Welcome, guys. Mr. Otis Brown, Cool Otis, we talked today. He posted on LinkedIn, Cornelius, Otis Brown has gotten a new position, self-employed musician.
Wow.
And it had to be a joke. That's his way. This is a good friend of ours who's a retired educator. He just moved to Atlanta. So he put his new job on LinkedIn. Congratulations to myself. New job, self-employed musician.
All right.
So Otis, welcome, self-employed musician. Tyrone Scotty Howard, also in Atlanta. Mauricio Benito in Tampa, Florida. Greg Riley in Falls Church, Virginia. Harvetta Fax in Columbia, Maryland. Internationally, Audrey Pereira in Port of Spain, Trinidad. Phaedra Andrews, London, England. Why did Amazon have to buy Whole Foods? Miss Phaedra, she's the finance director for Amazon worldwide. I don't know. You guys want to control everything. Simpson da Silva in Georgetown, Guyana. Fresh food for 1 million families in the world. Mr. Vegetable himself, Simpson. Glad that you're with us, brother. Adironka Batamosi from Bermuda. And, of course, Anthony Hibbert vacationing with his children in Toronto, Canada. Get back home safe. We talked for a moment today, so coming down that Toronto Expressway and then on to the Queen Anne Highway and then on to Massachusetts and then ultimately the New York Thruway. That Toronto can be a beast. That's a 12-hour run.
Yeah.
I don't know, Les, if you ever went to Caravana, but that's a long.
Oh, I've been to Canada Day. I missed Caravana.
That's right. That's a
But
12-hour.
it's a nice run though.
Oh yeah.
My wife's
Oh, yeah.
aunt lives there, so in fact we'll be
Toronto?
there. We're leaving Friday morning for Toronto.
You're hearing the voice.
Just north of Toronto.
The one and only Les Daly, a CPA from South Orange, New Jersey, who was with us this evening as one of our guests. The second thing we do right on the gratitude track is to thank the sponsors who make this broadcast possible. These are our super sponsors, and we ask you to support them in their businesses because these businesses support us. They are the foundation of the broadcast, and they help to keep us doing what we're doing. First and foremost, as I said before, the Matthews broadcast connects small businesses, small urban business with the community support they need to succeed. Directly after each broadcast on Monday and Tuesday, and then beginning on the 10th of July on Wednesdays as well, we have a reception for our guests as well as some strategic business partners so that they can get to know each other better and do business with each other, make referrals to each other. So come out and join us in the inner circle as we provide those connections you need and your business needs to succeed. First and foremost, Dorson Home Care is a breath of fresh air for caregivers everywhere. Dorson is a company that is owned by Sonia Scott, along with her husband, good friend Winston Scott. They have two offices, one in West Orange, right on Pleasant Valley Way, and one in Chestnut Street in Roselle. So for the best home care anywhere, call 973-672-7691. That is Dorson, the best home care anywhere. Secondly, Dream Builders, helping you to build generational wealth, knowing how to use money, how to work money so that you become financially free, better protected, and also debt-free. Our friend Paul Dussard and his wife Serena celebrated their anniversary. Happy anniversary, guys. Yesterday, you guys got 121 likes already on Facebook. So it was wonderful. It was a great celebration. I know they were congratulating Serena for making an average choice and celebrating you, Paul, for making a great choice.
That's not fair.
I know he's going to call me about that. You still my man, Wealth Doctor. So if you want to reach Dream Builders, you can give them a call at 973-220-5026. They meet every Thursday night at 300 Midland Avenue in Saddlebrook. Dokita 247, making doctor's care available everywhere. This is a telemedicine company. You'll be hearing more about Dokita 247. CEO Richard Afanja, CFO Silva Umakoro have a vision to give people in the Caribbean, South America, and rural parts of Africa who can't get to a doctor the ability to see their physician via telemedicine, because while there may not be a clinic or a hospital nearby, people even in Africa and the remote places in South America and the Caribbean have a smartphone. And so telemedicine is a growing industry. They can fill their prescription. They can have a consultation with their doctor and share with their doctor if anything is just not feeling right. And the phenomena in these countries is that they now have mobile clinics. Doctors Without Borders are investing in mobile clinics. The Gates Foundation is investing in mobile clinics. So let's say a brother or a sister's not feeling well in Zimbabwe, and he's 50 miles to 100 miles away from the nearest clinic or hospital. He simply uses a smartphone, consults with his doctor who has all of his medical data in the phone, in the app, and the next thing you know, a mobile clinic is on its way, so that that brother, if it's an acute situation, can get the care he needs. So telemedicine, you're going to hear more about it. The company is Dokita247, www.dokita247.com. Dokita is a word that originated in Nigeria. The Igbo people call doctor in Nigeria Dokita. So now you learned a little bit of Igbo talk. For your mobile marketing and advertising, guaranteed to take your sales higher, call Trey and Daniel at Billboards for Hire. Billboards for Hire is the companies with those trucks with 20-foot digital screens on the side, surround sound around it so you can hear it for blocks on in and crystal clear sound. You see them at politics, you see them at events, you see them at entertainment concerts. Trey and Daniel are very good friends. So if you want to take your marketing and advertising even higher, call Trey and Daniel at Billboards for Hire. Billboards for Hire can be reached at 917-756-0043. Divorce. Divorce is something that 1 out of 2 American couples have to deal with. So you want to deal with divorce in a way that's intelligent, sensitive, and informed. We advocate that you should call our master counselor, Miss Cassandra Savoy, and you can reach her online at cassandrasavoy.com, or you can call Cassandra at 973-748-0097. Nothing but nothing says I love you like flowers. You've tried the rest, now try the best. A Rose's Petals. Carolyn and Nathaniel Joe own A Rose's Petals. They've been at 472 Broadway in Patterson for more than 21 years. And so for any need that you have around the corner, in state or out of state, they are flowers.com best vendors. And so they're approved to do business all over the country. You can reach them at 973-742-5333. 973-742-5333. So yesterday when Paul was worried about, what do I do, man? We're going to go to a movie. That's our tradition. We always go to a movie on our anniversary. I said, call Carolyn Joe at Roses for Battles. Oh, there it was. He looked like a hero. It's too hot, fellas. It's too hot to be sleeping in the doghouse. You want to be under some air conditioning in the summer. Don't forget. All you got to do is call Carolyn. She'll make you look like the hero that you are. Right. So call her at 973-742-5333. Mr. G's Restaurant, where good friends meet, greet, and eat, at 455 East 18th Street, 973-782-4020. My good friend Russell Grady, the Dean of African American Entrepreneurs in the state, been in business for himself for 54 years, 85 years old and still going strong. Love him to death. Mr. G's at 455 East 18th Street, 973-782-4020. For advice and planning that's always great in matters of your real estate, call Smith Gilmore Real Estate at 201-723-423. They're at 1258 Teaneck Road in Teaneck, Lisa's hometown. Before coming to Patterson, she was a Teaneck person. And then the grammar school teachers threw her out, told her she could never come back.
Not
so
true.
So her father had to move to Patterson. You know, she's legendary at Teaneck.
Not true.
The first child whitelisted in the Teaneck school system. They said, don't bring her nowhere. She has a 50-mile restraining order from the Teaneck school district. Her name is legendary up in Teaneck.
Don't believe that. Not true.
Funding Magnet, funding your plan so you can live your dreams. If you want to raise $5,000 to $25,000 in working capital, call Funding Magnet. They have a unique crowdfunding technology where you don't end up having any debt. Your social capital is transformed into financial capital. So if you want to raise $5,000 to $25,000 working capital with no debt, call Anthony Hibbert and the team at Funding Magnet at 973-357-3698. Funding your plans so that you could live your dreams. The mortgage you need for the home you want is at Citizens Mortgage. more than 30 years of excellence at 26-01 Pellet Drive in Fairlawn. Miss Marichelle Alvarez and her dad have been there. Dad started the firm. Marichelle is now the CEO. You can reach them at 201-398-0800, 398-0800. You want the max, get Optimum Tax and Financial Services. Optimum Tax and Financial Services is owned by Ivan and Tony Maxey. They're at 500 Rahway Avenue in Elizabeth. They're 5-star rated online and Better Business Bureau certified. They can do tax preparation, which Les I'm sure knows about. They can also represent you before the IRS, as well as provide you other advisory services. So we have done what we needed to do to ask you to support our sponsors, and we just want to underscore the 4 principles, the 4 foundations of this broadcast, and then go right into having you meet and hear from our guests. First and foremost, this broadcast stands for alignment, knowing who you are and whose you are. We take this alignment principle directly from the first chapter of the book of the beginnings, Genesis, chapter 1, verse 26 to 28 says, "And God made man and woman in his likeness and image, and gave them authority to rule and to subdue the earth." And so you have to line up with your kingdom identity. That is our first principle. You are a kingdom builder. The book of Jeremiah says, "I knew you before you were in your mother's womb, and I have plans for you to prosper you and give you a good end." And so that is who you are. So you need to align your mind and your behavior with that principle. Second principle, empowerment. Remember, you are a kingdom builder, but nothing changes until you use those special gifts to change it. And so we know far too many people that are always getting ready, always getting set, but they rarely ever go. And so to try and to fail is one thing, but regret, I think, is the greatest pain. And I don't know about you guys, but when you run into someone who is old and grumbling about the fact, you know, man, I should have, I would rather you said, you know what, I went after my big dream and it didn't work out. I fell down, and you know what, but I tried, right? Nothing beats failure like a try. I want to remind our audience that some of the biggest failures in the world are people who you don't remember for their failures. You remember them for their successes. Abraham Lincoln, person who is credited with saving the Union of the United States of America, ran for Congress 15 times, lost. How many people remember that? He won the 16th time, served 2 years in the House of Representatives, ran for president the next time and won. So he went 2 for 2, Cornelius, but nobody remembers the 0 for 15. Everybody remembers the last 2, but the 0 for 15 is never talked about. Thomas Alva Edison, that light did not turn on after 12,000 tries.
Wow.
I know you probably don't know the name Garrett Morgan, but Garrett Morgan is a black man who was in that laboratory with him in West Orange, and they tried a couple of more times, and the filament inside that bulb stayed on. But nobody remembers Edison or Garrett Morgan for the 12,000 times that the thing did not stay on. It burnt out. And they finally came up with a way to keep that filament on. So, you know what? You are only 1 second away from your breakthrough. Stop getting ready. Stop getting set. Go. Go. Regret is worse than the pain of failure. So that's our second principle, be empowered. Third principle, upliftment. We take this right from Maya Angelou, our poet laureate, who said in one of her most famous pieces, "People may forget what you said. They may even forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel." You are an individual unlike any other. God broke the mold when He made all of us. And so because you're dealing with a one-of-a-kind, you should try and treat them with that kind of dignity. By the way, that's my biggest argument with the person who occupies 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue right now. The president's hard-charging ways, no problem. His conservative views of the economy, no problem. I checked that box. Look, 15% tax, Cornelius, I'd love it. I love it. I would say if my tax were, I'm sure everybody in this room wouldn't mind a tax break. But the indignity and the disrespect and the nastiness of how he deals with people,
Awful.
you know,
Awful.
you don't need to do it that way.
No.
And that's why when he cries about the beating that he's taken in the media on these Russia allegations, I just basically say that's karma.
Mhm.
That's karma. Remember, whoever you are, with that nasty personality, digging down deep into innocent people, trying to harm people's personal reputation, when you throw that brick, you're going to feel it when it comes back at you.
Mhm.
It may not be tomorrow, but that brick is coming, and it's going to get you real good, because karma, we live in a circular universe. Karma, you cannot escape. And so, as Dr. King said, the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards righteousness. And as they said in my favorite movie of all time, The Circle of Life, we are all wrapped up in the circle of life. Some days are not good days, some days are challenging days, some days are great days, some days are right in between. But all of those days make this wonderful salad that we call life. And while we're going through it, we should try and make each other feel the level of dignity that we would want to feel, the level of respect that we would want to feel, the level of love that we want to feel. Final principle, enrichment. Last year in America, this economy produced $19.4 trillion. That was the purchasing power of goods and services of all of America. Of that $19.4 trillion, brown and black people contributed $4.1 trillion. If they were to be counted as a nation by themselves, they would be the 7th richest nation in the world. Yet, if you ask urban communities across this country, they will tell you that things are not good. Their interactions with the police are not good. Schools are not what they want them to be. Hospitals are closing. Hospital care is threatened to be reduced by this Trump care that is being proposed right now. But I say, if you have $4.1 trillion, what about your obligation to do better things with that money? If we, as brown and black people in urban centers, were to just save 10% of $4.1 trillion, we would have $400 billion to do better policing, better hospitals, entrepreneurship, do better schools. We can do all of this. Unfortunately, after we get that $4.1 trillion, it leaves our community in 6 hours. The dollar circulates in Asian communities 19 times. Jewish American communities 15 times. Our community, 6 hours. Friday comes, we get something to eat, we go out and have a good time, and then we send all of it out on what I don't know. McDonald's, shopping, I don't know, buying hair, a lot of stuff is gone. Well, you don't invest in that.
I do not. But you don't have to do it to the sisters.
So I didn't say anything about sisters. Yeah, see that? You know, if the shoe fits, wear it. So the challenge of the 21st century, in my view, is not physical rights and freedom. We achieved that in the 1800s, 1863 to be exact. The Emancipation Proclamation was signed by this president, made famous in the movie Lincoln. Then the quest for the next 100 years until 1963 was civil rights, to give us equal protection under the law, and that was achieved in the Civil Rights Act of '64. Now the third phase, in my view, is the imperative for brown and black wealth. The imperative for brown and black wealth. Self-sufficiency. Yes, we want good governance, but we have to do a better job building wealth for ourselves. And we already have the money. We already have the money. We need to do a better job. So I'm going to bring it to you locally. State of New Jersey last year, $437 billion was the gross domestic product of this state. $137 billion of that, brown and black hands. We represent 42% of the New Jersey population, $137 billion of purchasing power. We can do a better job, y'all. I'm counting on us. I know we're going to do it, but we're going to keep beating this drum so that we keep this matter a matter of focus. I'm going to bring in my co-host at this point, Ms. Lisa Thompson, Evangelist Lisa Thompson, who is a recent graduate of the Great Pillar College, formerly known as Somerset Bible College, and she is going to interview, congratulations, and she's going to interview our guest this evening, beginning with the one and only Les Daly.
All right, Brother Les. So would you please tell our audience what is the name of your business?
Yes, my business is Leslie G. Daly, LLC.
Oh, okay.
And
How
I provide
long have you been in business?
in Maplewood, it's been 9 years.
Oh, okay.
But as a CPA, 25 years.
Wow.
As a CPA.
Okay.
Long time.
Okay, so you've had a lot of years' experience.
Absolutely.
What would you say is the unique value of your business?
The unique value of my business is offering tax planning and tax strategies. Sometimes clients will come in just wanting to have their taxes done, just tax preparation. But I find the following year they come back in the same mold. If they owe taxes one year, they end up owing again. In fact, they owe more the following year. By injecting some tax planning and tax strategies, they're able to turn that around. Sometimes just simple strategies like increasing their 401k. In 2016, that was $18,000 that could have been stashed away. A number of people don't avail themselves of that. And what that does is it's pre-tax, so it reduces their tax liability. Other strategies such as annuities or insurance contracts, also donating more. I find if they donate in terms of, not only contribution to their church and charities, but donate in stock and other appreciable assets. The beauty of that is you get a write-off, a tax deduction at the market value. And that's the beauty of it. Increasing their tax deduction, reducing their tax liability. So strategies like that, I find, present a unique value to the clients.
Yeah, that sounds fantastic. So who is a great referral for you?
A great referral for me would be someone who has gotten in trouble with the IRS. They owe maybe a substantial amount of tax covering maybe several years. With our expertise, we're able to go in, present that person, and actually represent them before the IRS. Because of our experience and dealing with the IRS for several years, a lot of the penalties can be removed. We can negotiate with the IRS and have those penalties removed. Also, we can negotiate what's called the offer and compromise, so that liability could be substantially reduced. Oftentimes, some people would say, why should I pay you? I can do this myself. And they try and represent themselves before the IRS. And that's when they fail, and that's when they come to me. Not just me, but the practitioners.
I don't mind if they come to you. I want more of them to come.
No, I appreciate them coming to me. It's just that some people try on their own to do it themselves. They fail, and then now they're in my office, and that's when I work out the strategies to reduce substantially those liabilities, tax liabilities. So that would be a good candidate for me.
Good. So what will you be offering our listening audience tonight for in return for their support?
For their good work and support, I would offer them a free consultation. Yes, absolutely. Another thing I could do is for referrals that they give me a 10% discount on their tax bill and their bill as well. Yes.
Okay, that sounds great. So how do they contact you? Web address, phone number, cell?
Right now I have LinkedIn that they can contact me on, and I'm in Maplewood, so I'm local. I'm not far away. Some people think, oh, he's far. No, I'm local. So they can contact me. You need a phone number I can read
Yes.
over on the
Uh-huh.
phone? It's area code, phone number is 973-327-2085. The number again, 973-327-2085. They can also fax me, 973-327-2092. 973-327-2092. They can always email me as well. It's lesdal, DAL, 46@gmail.com.
Are you on Facebook as well?
I used to be on Facebook. They require me to be posting, and
Oh, okay.
unfortunately, I just don't have the time. But if it's needed, I will resume.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that sounds great. I think they're going to be excited to contact you.
Thank you.
All right, so Mr. Little, what is the name of your business?
Well, good evening to
Good evening.
everyone. I'm Deacon Eddie Little Jr., and the business that I am working with is ID Shield and Legal Shield.
Okay.
And for a brief description, for our ID Shield, what we do is we provide identity theft protection, and that is something that is very important, we feel, these days, because millions of people, unfortunately, lose their identities every year through different, unfortunate chicanery, scams, that sort of thing, and at a cost of millions of dollars per year. And it's very unfortunate, and with the technology today, it is becoming more and more prevalent. But it does not have to happen to you if you have the proper protection. And ID Shield is one to boost ourselves a little bit. We can definitely say with some confidence we're one of the best at providing this protection in the country. We work with Kroll Associates, is one of the top identity theft companies in the country, and one of the things that we do is we provide a service guarantee for anyone who works with ID Shield, and that guarantee means that if you get into a situation where you need our services, remember, you get in trouble, your identity gets stolen, if you need our help, then ID Shield is ready and willing to spend up to not one, not two, but $5 million, if it is necessary, to make sure that your identity is fully restored and that your situation is brought to where it was before the trouble started. And this is something that I think I can say with definite confidence that no other company can provide that. And we're one of the best at what we do. And identity theft is something, good referral for us is anyone who needs this protection. And with all honesty, we feel that that's every single person in the country. Because this is something that can happen, it will happen, and if you're not careful, but if you have the proper protection, it doesn't happen.
Yeah, I would highly recommend that because I've heard some horror stories about how that's happened to people. They had their identity stolen, and it took months and months of grief and paperwork trying to fix that, get that back. So if your company can help prevent that, it would be a beautiful thing.
I totally agree, and it's a very traumatic, trying thing.
Yes.
When something like that happens, and it causes grief, worry, and it's something that doesn't have to happen. It doesn't have to happen.
Mm-hmm.
It can be avoided.
Okay.
And that's one of the beauties of the company that I'm working with.
I was looking at Meet the Press Daily with Chuck Todd this morning, and They were talking about the cyber attack that just hit all of Europe, including Russia and Ukraine. Ransomware. So you cannot open your computer unless you click on a button and pay $300 to this account.
Terrible.
So, you know, your computer does not work. It's been taken over, and you must click on this unless you have a very sophisticated person to come and take it out of the network in your office. That means you pretty much are shut down. So this ransomware attack, you know, is going on right now. But what was most interesting, unless you might want to reflect on this, certainly you as well, he was saying that the criminal of the 21st century will have a high-powered laptop in his holster, not a pistol.
Absolutely.
Wow.
No, I agree with
So
that.
the two of you take that where you want to go.
It's here
A
already.
high-powered laptop.
It's here already. It's here already.
It's here already.
Yeah.
It's here
very
already.
real. And,
You have the whiz. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Les, and then we'll come back.
Yeah, you have the whiz kid in his basement on his laptop.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And he's
One of-
moving billions of other people's money somewhere else.
One of the things they also prepare credit cards. They scan people's personal information and generate credit cards that they can use. Of course, you know they're stealing people's tax refund.
Oh,
Oh.
absolutely.
Yeah, people's
Oh, wow.
tax
That is-
refund.
That's
How do you-
serious.
I was a
So
victim
it
of
imp-
that. I was a victim.
Somebody
You were a
had
victim
your
of-
refund mailed to him?
Yeah, well, my whole refund was taken from me. And the IRS, they wanted me to pay it back. I never received the money.
Right.
But they told me that I'm responsible.
Oh.
But in the end, you will get it. Once you prove your identity, you will get your money back. Yeah, it takes a.
He has to have a CPA challenge it.
Absolutely. You heard my office details. No, really, you're entitled to it. Once you prove your identity, you're supposed to get your money back because it's not your fault.
So
They know.
don't
that.
let it go. Fight it.
Yeah, don't let it go.
Fight
I
it.
agree. It takes at least a year to sort out,
Yeah.
but you will get your money back.
And one of the beauties of ID Shield is not only can it provide protection for yourself, but also for your family, because they have an individual plan that they offer, and also to have a family plan. And through that, every single member of your family can protect their Social Security number if they have any electronic items whatsoever. Their bank account, that bank account number can be protected. Your computer, any information on your computer, that can be protected. Your email address, that can be protected. You know, all these things that there's not enough time for the program, but an entire list of things. Any electronic interaction or commerce that you engage in, ID Shield can protect you. As soon as something happens, you can get an alert, download it on your phone, a laptop, or any electronic device, and you'll get an automatic alert.
So the cost of Les's service. So if Cornelius had ID Shield, which costs for a family plan, I think $22.
Family plan for ID Shield, $19.95.
$19.95. So if Cornelius invested $19.95 with you and got the family plan, up to $5 million in Les's costs that Les would charge Cornelius would be covered under the plan. So Les going after his money, Cornelius wouldn't have to pay Les. He'd just have to give Les his credentials, and then Les could go after it, and ID Shield would reimburse Les. Is that how it works?
Basically.
Oh, that's good.
Interesting.
So, what would you be offering our listening audience in return for their support?
Well, for that you would have to
Talk to our RVP. Paul Broussard. Paul, what the?
that is the best. That's the best one.
And I'll tell you that number right now for the incentive.
Walter Sard is my regional vice president.
Absolutely.
We'll be happy to be generous on your behalf.
973-220-5026.
There you
Home
go.
celebrating day 2 of the anniversary
Absolutely.
with Mrs. Serena Dussard.
Absolutely. There you go.
All right.
So now, what is your contact information so our audience can reach you?
Email is AishaDad, AISHADAD at yahoo.com. Phone number 973-955-8358. And of course, you can text no problem, email no problem, call no problem.
Okay, that sounds great.
Well, I can't ask for more than what we received this evening. They say if music, food, and wisdom be the fruit of life, play on, teach on, eat on. So I have received a lot this evening. I know that you all that are watching and listening also have. Again, Les, what is the number for Les Daily CPA?
Les Daily CPA, area code 973-327-2085.
2085. And to reach you, Dr. Little?
To reach me at 973-955-8358 and email AishaDad, AISHADAD at yahoo.com.
All right. They say imitation is the best form of flattery. So one of my favorite people in broadcast journalism today is the one and only Al Sharpton of the National Action Network. And Al always goes out this way. He says, make the person in the mirror a better person. Because if I make me a better me, and you make you a better you, and we make each other better, then we'll have better families. And better families will make better communities. And better communities will make better nations. And better nations will make for a better world. So the hero that you and I are waiting for looks at you every single day when you wake up in the morning.
That's right.
So stop waiting from an external hero and deal with the one looking at you right in the mirror. There are 2 types of people in the world. Dreamers like you, and you. And dream killers. Embrace the first and run like heck from the second. This is Stan Matthews, Lisa Thompson, Cornelius Hill, the image doctor, Les Daly, the CPA excellence, and Mr. Edward Little talking about cybersecurity at next level, saying good night and God bless.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Good night.